At Ingram Micro One, partners are discovering new ways to advance cloud adoption. Let's see how collaboration is helping them grow their business and unlock valuable opportunities. Hi, I'm Kenna Johnson from the Channel Company here with Tyler Coughlan from Ingram Micro. Thank you so much for being here today.
It's my pleasure.
We're going to talk about the cloud marketplace and the opportunities there. Now, digital transformation is a big opportunity for your Canadian partners as well as partners around the world. But trying to do everything all at once can feel a little overwhelming, right? So based on Ingram Micro's transformation, what have you learned about leading change and doing it successfully?
Yeah, we've lived it firsthand, right, for several years. And I'd say the good thing is you no longer really need to sell the why when it comes to digital transformation. Anybody that's been in a leader from a change management perspective over the last 20 years, really it was important to make sure that you're selling the why and positioning it, because guess what? There's inherent resistance to change, right? When it comes to digital transformation, that goes out the window because everybody realizes that if we're standing still, you're actually being left behind. So organizationally, from a leadership perspective, you no longer have to position why we're doing it, okay? What we've found additionally is that there's some anxiousness because people thought maybe I'm going to be, dismissed or whatever, in terms of the risk of their jobs. What we found in our own organization is that we're actually being able to implement technology and we're getting wins because we're making them more productive. So we're moving less from a transactional organization and making sure that we are in a position to now be way more proactive than we've ever done. So we're giving back the gift of time. And what that's allowing us to do is having more meaningful conversations with our partners that we were never able to have before because we were so bogged down by some of the functional work. So then what happens? You get momentum and you get people leaning in on being able to implement all the new stuff. So, I would say that you don't need to sell the why, which is a positive thing. And then additionally, you get a series of quick wins. Then people start to believe and they lean into making sure that they're at the forefront of the digital transformation.
So mindset is key for successful execution. From your perspective, what are some standout qualities of top performing MSPs? What are they embracing and what are they moving away from?
Some of the most successful organizations believe in the power of partnerships, okay? And they're really good at certain things, but they don't need to make all of the investments to be good at everything. And they're leaning on partnerships and able to be successful in doing that. So whether that's a trusted partner of a reseller that they're able to partner with and have confidence in being able to do that, or through Ingram Micro, and they're leaning in on the investments that we made over the years to allow them to enter into different markets and different businesses while keeping their operational costs low. And so by really having that partnership and entrusting us as an advisor and as an extension of their business is allow them to be successful while not having the overhead costs associated with all those investments that they need to make themselves. That's something that we're seeing. I'd say the other thing that we're seeing is customers kind of shying away from a single transaction of a resale of a traditional equipment and a single installation with no services wrapped around it, right? We grew up on that for many, many years. But the importance of understanding that you need to wrap services around there, you need to wrap security around there, you need to be able to come up with an understanding of real, true business outcomes associated with AI and the implementation of that. So we're seeing kind of a mix of the power of the partnership along with making sure that they're not just selling traditional hardware in the capacity that they used to for many, many years.
Now, Mark Suter of Access spoke about how he uses Xvantage daily and drive real business outcomes. Yeah. How are partners utilizing Xvantage and also driving big business outcomes?
Yeah, well, when you run that from a platform and when you run your business on it, one of the biggest positive consequences is understanding that understanding the insights and the data analytics that are available to you. Because of the fact that we capture all of that information, you have the ability to understand your end client as well as they understand themselves. So somebody like Mark understands that and he's able to use that as a true lead generation. I'll give you an example. One of the things that a lot of our partners are doing is they're leaning in on what we call our asset management tool. So they understand exactly what's up for renewal. So that gives them opportunity way in advance to show up, upsell, cross-sell, add value to those different assets and making sure that they're going to be capturing that assets by measuring things like conversion rates. I always say, if you're not managing your assets, you're not managing your business. And we've got the tools and the functionality to be able to do that in a single pane of glass. And that's a differentiator that we see in the market at scale.
Such great advice. Thank you, Tyler, for joining me here today and talking about all the world of possibilities in the cloud marketplace.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
To learn more, visit the website on your screen. For the Channel Company, I'm Kenna Johnson.